You have big goals. You know exactly what you want your life to look like. And yet, you're watching YouTube right now. And the weird part, you're not even surprised. Because this isn't the first time. You've sat in that same chair with that same plan and watched the day disappear. Again. So here's the question that nobody wants to ask out loud. What if you're not actually lazy? What if something much stranger is going on inside your head?
There's a pattern that almost nobody talks about. A very specific kind of person. Intelligent, aware, full of potential, and completely stuck. They make plans. Beautiful plans, color-coded, 3 apps, a vision board maybe, and then nothing. The plan sits there like a gym membership in January. Here's what actually happens inside your brain when you're about to start something important. Picture this. You sit down, you open your laptop, the task is right there in front of you, and then, out of nowhere, you get the sudden, urgent need to reorganize your desk, or check your phone, or make a 3rd cup of tea, or watch just one more video. Your brain isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. See, there are 2 systems fighting inside your head every single day. One is logical, forward-thinking, long game. That's the part of you that made the plan. The other system is primitive, emotional, immediate. That's the part of you that said, not today. And that second system, it almost always wins. Not because you're weak, because it's faster.
This is the part most people never figure out. Laziness isn't a personality trait. It's not who you are. It's a habit, a pattern your brain learned because it kept getting rewarded for avoiding discomfort. Think about it. Every time you put something off, the anxiety goes away. Immediately, your brain got a tiny hit of relief, and your brain loved that. So it learned. Avoidance equals comfort. Comfort equals repeat. You've basically been accidentally training yourself to procrastinate. And here's the brutally honest part. Willpower was never going to fix this. You can't out-discipline a habit your brain has been building for years. That's like trying to push a river upstream with your bare hands. What actually fixes it is something much simpler and kind of embarrassing, honestly. 2 minutes. That's it. Not a 5-year plan, not a morning routine with 17 steps, not a productivity system that requires a tutorial to understand. 2 minutes. Here's what I mean. The moment you're supposed to start something, write the first sentence. Open the document. Put on the shoes. Don't commit to the whole thing. Just commit to 2 minutes of starting. Because James Clear figured something out that changed how a lot of people think about this. It's rarely doing the work that's hard. It's starting the work. Once you begin, your brain shifts. The friction disappears. You've tricked the limbic system. You bypassed the emotional gatekeeper with the world's tiniest bribe. But here's where it gets more interesting. 2 minutes only works if you stop trying to rely on motivation to get there. Motivation is basically a celebrity. It shows up when everything looks great. The second things get hard or boring or uncomfortable, it's gone. What actually moves people is something quieter, more boring, more powerful. Triggers. Not the dramatic kind, the environmental kind. If you want to write, close every tab except a blank document. Put your phone in another room. You're not relying on discipline. You're removing the decision. If you want to work out, sleep in your gym clothes. I'm dead serious. Make the start so easy that there's almost nothing to decide. The people who think they have incredible discipline, most of them have just built better environments. The game was never about grinding harder. It was about making the right choice automatic.
Now, let's talk about something uncomfortable. You're gonna fail. Not eventually, regularly. You're gonna have days where the plan falls apart, where the 2 minutes don't happen, where you end up in bed at midnight wondering where the day went again. And this is where most self-improvement advice goes completely off the rails, because they treat failure like a detour, like something that happens before success. But failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every single person who built something real went through long stretches of feeling like they were getting nowhere. The difference wasn't talent. It wasn't a better morning routine. It was just they didn't quit when it stopped feeling good. Consistency over perfection. Every time. Here's what I want you to walk away with. You are not lazy. You are someone whose brain got really good at avoiding discomfort, and that brain can be retrained.
Not through punishment, not through forcing yourself to grind for 6 hours straight, but through tiny, embarrassingly small actions that stack up over time. Start with 2 minutes. Build the environment instead of fighting the emotion. Celebrate the small win. Not because it's cute, but because your brain needs to learn that starting equals good. And when you fail, and you will, pick it back up the next day. No dramatic reset, no starting fresh on Monday, just the next day. The gap between who you are and who you want to be isn't as wide as it feels right now. It's just filled with a lot of 2-minute moments you haven't started yet. So, you came here because the title called you out. And if you made it this far, that's not laziness. That's curiosity. And curiosity is where everything starts. I'll see you in the next one.